Good evening, everyone. My name is Damir Pozderac, and I'm a festival director, and we are coming to almost the close of the festival. I would like to introduce you to a very special guest we have here tonight. Uh, if you followed us online and if you've gotten some of our flyers and brochures, you must have seen a colorful artwork, which is a design child of our special guest, Mr. Eldin Herić. Eldin is a graphic design student at the Academy of Fine Arts in Sarajevo, AFAS. And the story how we got him to work on a BHFF visual image this year is something we are particularly proud of. To give you a bit of a background, since 2015, the Academy of Fine Arts in Sarajevo and BHFF have collaborated on a creation of graphic design artworks used in BHFF promotional campaigns. The AFAS has organized a design studio competition project in Sarajevo, in which third and fourth year graphic design students created visual art proposals to be used at the BHFF. The idea enables students to work on live project, challenging them to apply and sharpen their graphic design skills while gaining important experience that prepare them for their professional careers. The objective was to create art that represents the identities of both Bosnia-Herzegovina and New York City and explores how these two different cultures intertwine through BHFF. Themes including film, identity, dislocation, cultural stereotypes were all included in the selected artistic vision and solution. So for 2018, 8 AFAS students submitted artwork for consideration following guidance from Sarajevo and New York-based curatorial teams. The curating teams then selected a single winner, single winning students, and this year it was Eldin. For his work, he was rewarded with a visit to New York City during the BHFF. The purpose was for Eldin to further explore in person the inspiration for his art and the intersection of the film identity, cultural differences between two countries. The art residency in New York enabled Eldin to reevaluate his work through the exploration of the context that project is based in and provided him with a new insight and perspectives in this city. Both AFAS and BHFF believe that a visit to New York City would be of tremendous contribution to Eldin's academic professional development as well as inspiration for his peers. We would like to extend a gratitude to Trust for Mutual Understanding for providing financial support for this culture exchange project, as well as thanks to Sarajevo curating team Professor Bojan Hadžihalilović and Sandro Drinovac. We also congratulate Eldin Herić on his remarkable recognition. Thank all participating students at AFAS, whose works I'm hoping Eldin will also present to you tonight. So please join me welcoming Eldin Herić.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm a bit nervous, so I'm sorry if I make any mistakes. So, my name is Eldin Herić, and I'm honored to be here in front of this crowd presenting my work and the work of my colleagues that we worked on for the past few months. I was invited here from Sarajevo, where I live and study graphic design at the Academy of Fine Arts. Our academy is this cool-looking building near the National Theater in Sarajevo with this looping bridge in front of it called Festina Lente, which connects two coasts of River Miljacka. For the past few years, the organization of Bosnian-Herzegovinian Film Festival has been working with students of graphic design at our academy to bring the visual identity from Bosnia-Herzegovina to New York City. Currently, I'm a third year graphic design student, and this year my colleagues and I received a chance to make something for this year's 15th annual Bosnian-Herzegovinian Film Festival to represent the spirit of Bosnia-Herzegovina in United States and New York City. As students of graphic design, we are engaged in many different projects and social activities, either brought to us by our professors and teachers or initiated by us, the students. Each year, the whole Department of Graphic Design also organizes a design festival in Sarajevo, which is called Pop-Up, through which we try to invite students from all over our country and region to join us in Sarajevo and talk about design and arts. We have a successful 5-year history of organization of this festival, and we try to bring new artists and designers from all over the world to work with our students and to teach something new and exciting. My class of 3rd year, led by Professor Bojan Hadžihalilović and his assistant Sandro Drinovac, counts total of 8 students, including me. So we were very excited to receive this project from the organization of Bosnian-Herzegovinian Film Festival. By the end of this year, by the way, these are pictures from our festival that we organize each year. So for the past 5 years, as I said, we have been organizing the festival, and we are continuing this tradition this October in 2018. So by the end of last year, we got in touch with Damir, who is the director and organizer of this festival, and he gave us some guidelines about the design that they are looking for this year's festival. So the winner would get the chance to visit New York City and to attend this festival. So obviously our motivation was through the roof. We formed a little contest between us students, and even though it was a competition between one another, we worked as a team, and we tried to give the best advice and the best feedbacks to each other, because if one of us wins, everyone gets the award. So now I am going to show you some of the examples that my colleagues made for this purpose. So this design is from my colleague named Amar Selimovic, and his idea was to combine 2 hearts and 2 video cameras into one symbol. One side obviously represents the United States by its colors, and the other side is represented by the colors of Bosnia-Herzegovina. This design is by my colleague Ahmet Prošić. In his design, Ahmet focused on depicting the iconic monuments from both New York City and Bosnia-Herzegovina. So he combined the Brooklyn Bridge with the ornaments from the roof of the City Hall in Sarajevo. And also in the sky you can see some of other monuments like Lady of Liberty, the old bridge from Mostar, etc. This is the design by my colleague Amra Mahmutovic. She does a lot of documentary photography and portraits, so she took this photograph from streets of Sarajevo where her main subject was an old man, and she combined 2 images, one hers and the other one was this New York City image, and she combined them by double exposure, so she got this result at the end. This is the design by Haris Adjem. Haris had an idea to combine the film roll with zvekir, which is a traditional ornament used on doors in all streets of Sarajevo. Some of you may have seen it, some may not. Zvekir is used to knock on doors. So he wanted to say that by using this zvekir, we are knocking on the doors of New York City. This is a funny one. This is a design by Nirvana Žižko. She used a popcorn bowl together with a classic Bosnian sweet tufahija in order to bring the atmosphere of Bosnia-Herzegovina into New York City and the United States. These designs are by Stella Dojmušić. Stella used two famous characters, James Dean and Marilyn Monroe, from the world of Hollywood and put some traditional Bosnian sweets in front of them. And this is a design by Velid Agović. Veli drew a character from an old Bosnian-Herzegovinian tombstone or stečak, and he gave him a film clap to play with. So it has a very happy, kind of inviting vibe. And now, this is the design that you had a chance to see for the past few days here. And these are screenshots from the whole process of how it began to the very end. So as you can see, the whole design started from two hand moves drawing the number 15. And the surface of number 1 contains some of the most iconic buildings and monuments that are characteristic for Bosnia and Herzegovina. And the shape of number 5 contains the New York City skyline that rises from the ground up. And by 2 bridges from each side, those 2 numbers are connected together. In the middle of the Mutual River, there's the iconic Lady of Liberty, proudly presenting the freedom of this world. So throughout the whole process, I've gone through many phases and many stylings and ended up using this one with the colors of Bosnian-Herzegovinian flag. And this is the final result. I would like to thank you all for this opportunity to speak here, and I hope you had a nice time being at this festival, watching all these films, and I would like to say have a good evening and end up with this.